So the fourth mistake that I made in my business is not outsourcing tasks sooner. And I used to be that type of person who believed in the statement, if I want to get something done right, I have to do it myself. And that's a very true saying. But when you are growing a business and you actually want to grow it to a certain level, you have to start letting go of doing tasks yourself, because you're really only one person. And one person running a business, in a business, there's multiple different things that you have to do in order to keep the business afloat and actually grow it. So if you're doing all of it yourself, then all of your time and energy is basically going into a variety of different tasks. And then throughout the day, your concentration, your energy just depletes. And then the quality of the energy that you're actually putting into a task actually starts to get lower. So say, for example, if you're working with a client and you're doing all of the work yourself, and then you take on another client and you're also doing all the work on your own with both of those clients. So now, because you as a single person are spreading all of your time and energy across these two different clients, your quality of work is actually going to go down, because all of your energy that's going into this person, whatever leftover energy you actually have is going to be going into this person. And then the same thing continues as you try to bring on more clients all at the same time. And then your quality of work starts to dip down. You might be on deadlines and have to prioritize one client or the other. So you end up kind of shortcutting some things so that you can get this one done faster. Or maybe you skip a step on this client's project because you were too busy on this other client's project. The attention to detail and the amount of creative energy that you're actually putting into both of them is actually going down. And that's a very easy way to go into burnout, because you're doing too many things at once. So once I started to realize that, I started hiring help and making sure that I took a small percentage of the budget that I was willing to pay into hiring an editor. Or even sometimes I would hire another videographer to go shoot something for me. That way I can go do another gig myself and not have to turn down the gig or reschedule it and just kind of create all these logistical issues. And then basically what that did is, say I was working with this one client and then I got another client, I could be shooting one, I can give the footage to the editor, and then the editor will be able to put all of his creative energy into making sure that edit is really good, with your guidance, of course. And because I don't have to edit this project anymore, my time is now freed up to where I can put a little bit more creative energy into this client's project. So I end up shooting both of them. I give the footage to the editor, and then I have time to recalibrate and pre-produce and plan everything that needs to be planned in order to make sure both of the shoots go well. And then giving the editing task to another person, it allowed me to free up my creative energy to be able to make better decisions, get more rest, and just have it feel more fresh for both of those projects, because there's the huge task of editing was taken off my plate and given to somebody else. Another thing I've done in the past before is there was one time where an agency that I work with, they double booked me on a gig, and it was on the exact same date. And I couldn't reschedule the second shoot because it was an event. Like, that was something that just could not be rescheduled. So what I ended up doing is I hired a friend who I trust to go and shoot the event for me while I'm doing the gig over here and shooting that. What that all allowed me to do was be able to take on two clients at once, but do pretty much the work of one, because I was leveraging other people's time and skill to go and work on the client for me instead of just turning it down. And because of that, I was able to make a little bit of extra money, not having to really touch the gig at all. And then that same gig, I send the footage to an editor, I give it to the client, they're happy. Same thing with this one, I work on it, edit it, I give it to the client, they're happy. I was able to bring in more money than if I were to just be stuck in the mindset of, oh no, I have to do everything myself because nobody is going to do it better than me. And pretty much for every single person, everyone's going to feel that way. No one's going to do it better than you. But when you're growing a business, when you're trying to bring on like more clients and basically just scale it, you have to learn to let go of the control of everything and put that control into the hands of other people that you trust. Now, they're not going to they may not do it exactly however you want. And that's just one of the things that you kind of have to accept. You have to accept that not everyone's going to do it the exact same way as you, but you just have to trust them enough to be able to get the job done and at least get 75% of the way of where you would personally do it.
Whether you are a beginner videographer or a more advanced one, I'm sure all of you guys have gone through the experience of feeling like a disposable videographer to your clients, not having a portfolio that's strong enough to qualify you for higher paying jobs. Clients always choosing the cheaper option over you. That is because 99% of videographers are too busy sitting there staring at their phone, hoping and praying that somebody calls to give them a gig today. And as a result, you're struggling to make a living as a full-time creative. I went through the exact same struggles. I was stuck in a cheap client cycle where I was working on a bunch of low-paying projects and just nobody really seeing the value in my work. And it was my dream to be able to get out of that cycle and start working on projects that were creatively fulfilling to me. That is why I created the Commercial Videographer Blueprint. It is the exact same framework that I use to land my dream clients, grow my video production business, and work on more creatively fulfilling projects. This exact same framework is what I used to be able to land one of my dream projects, where I was able to film a documentary that had Tony Hawk in it. In this course, you are going to learn how to create a portfolio that attracts your dream clients, learn how to get their attention, and then learn how to get them to see the value in your work, and learn how to get them to think that it is completely insane for them to work with anybody else. And you can get all of this today for $147. And to be completely transparent with you guys, this is my very first course. So this is going to be the beta launch of this course. What that means for you is you are going to get access to this content for a much cheaper price than I plan on selling it in the future. And you will have the opportunity to leave feedback on how I can actually improve the course. And as I'm taking all that feedback and creating a better version of this course, early supporters will be getting access to that new content for free, while new people will have to pay the updated price. And don't worry, if you guys think that the course is trash and you didn't get any sort of benefit out of it, then I also offer a no questions asked 30-day money back guarantee. So if you're ready to stop struggling as a videographer and you're ready to take control of your business and finally get clients to see the value in your work, then click on the link in the description below to learn more.